Let's talk about patches. Back in the time before the internet, games would release in the state that developers finished them in. If any bugs or exploits were found and the developer wanted to get rid of them, they would have to create an entirely different version of the game. For fighting games, this came as different editions and would include things such as character changes, new characters, new stages, and a hopefully better experience. This for the longest time was the norm, with games as late as Street Fighter 4 still getting patches come in full title updates, albeit with some of them being free. Look over at the next generation of fighting games and you'll see something similar to a live service model approach, with the games getting regular free balance updates but new characters locked behind a season pass. While normally I'm not the biggest fan of this kind of model, in fighting games it makes sense. A season of DLC normally lasts around a year, with title updates generally coming every other year, all back when Street Fighter 2 was a thing at its peak, sometimes in the same year. So instead of spending $60 every other year for basically the same game with some balance changes and a few extra characters, you can pay for the season each year, just pay for the characters that you want, or just not pay any extra money and still have the same system updates. It's not perfect and I still have problems with it, but you gotta admit it's more appealing when it's not abused and exploited, NetherRealm. Anyway, how does all of this relate to fighters? FighterZ is getting pretty old for the FGC, but it still makes a lot of money. The publishers, Bandai, want to try and get more money out of the game, but they don't want to spend more on it. So what do you do in that situation? Add rollback? No, that means you have to pay your programmers and designers more money to get it implemented with as few bugs as possible. And while it would definitely be easier, now as we have Strive, so somebody at Arx has made a 3D rendering pipeline that works with rollback, you gotta remember that the entire point of this is to make Bandai money, not to make you happy, dummy. What you actually do in this situation is you go to Hiroki Tomoko and go, we got a paperclip, a stale Cheeto, and the Don't Ask Me for Shit shirt, but it's not the actual shirt, it's the one that Evo was selling, where it's just kind of had a PNG of Harada wearing the shirt as the shirt. Okay, good luck, see you in August. And given all of that, with no new characters or assets, I can solidly say that the FighterZ team absolutely killed it. What the hell? You're not allowed to make an update this good without any budget or anything. You can tell that we're late into the development of the game, as they literally just went, fuck it, and tried to make the game as Kosoge as possible, and I am here for it. Basically, everyone got buffed. Yes, even you. Not you, though, and I feel like these two have got mixed up somehow. But that's not even the craziest stuff, dude. They added new stuff. Do you hate blocking? Boom. Aerial guard cancel and vanish guard cancel. Do you hate key blast? Key charge now reflects them. Frame 1. But why should you care? Because you get full screen Dragon Rush from it now. Look how far you go, bro. Hey, get closer. Come on, I got a little something to ask you. A little closer. A little bit closer. Do you like Marvel? Cause it's Marvel, baby! You can TAC, kinda, in combos, dude! Look at this mix, it's Marvel, baby! It's just funny, because we're never getting Marvel again, and I'm masking the pain. Do you like building meter? Well, buddy, if you do a long combo, you're getting a bunch of meter to mess around with. I hope you like 2 touches, because if you couldn't do them before, you sure as hell can do them now. Arxis have done the best thing they can do with such limited resources, and we have to commend them for it. Even with just the system changes, every character has new options just through this, and if you're willing to dive deep into the new mechanics, you can get a lot out of them. But that's not all. I can't go through every character because some of them just got nice quality of life stuff, but there are 3 characters in particular I really want to go into and just gush about for a little bit. The first one being Lord Frieza. Look, Broly, I transformed into a top tier! Arxis have had a pretty bad history with install characters over the years. Their biggest franchise, Guilty Gear, having their Dragon installs be seen as not really worth it, with plus ours being so bad that people joke saying that if you Dragon install, you're basically throwing away the game. Maybe they got it right in BlazBlue, I don't know, I never really played it properly. This trend carried over to Frieza in Dragonball FighterZ. In the early days, Frieza wouldn't be able to build meter while in golden form, so it wasn't really worth it. Then when they later fixed that, you still had the problem of other characters could do exactly what he does, but better, and they didn't have the downside of having to spend free bar for it, and then collapsing after killing one character. Come on, Frieza, get up! He's gonna kill you! He fixed his legs just to kick your ass! But Arctis finally decided that it was time to make the install worth it with just a few little buffs. You don't like the duration of the install? Okay, well, if you get a kill, it resets the timer to 0, so you get the full 28 seconds back. Also, sparking still stops the timer, so if you're really worried you're gonna lose it, you could just pop Spark and get a kill. Or you could just switch him out and get the full timer back. This now means that unless you're extremely unlucky or just bad at counting, you're basically always going to have Golden Frieza on deck, which makes him kind of actually viable. Good on him. But Frieza was only kind of low tier. What about the character that was actually just unplayable? And I don't mean Videl, but they did actually give her a DP out of her spot dodge, so, you know, she's not bad. She still needs a reflect, but she's not that bad anymore. I'm talking about Goku Black, who is easily the biggest winner of this patch by far, as he's an actual character now. Not only did they make it so that when he uses his instant transmission mix, he enters a floating state, making 50-50s much easier, but he also just got a bunch of ridiculous buffs. Yeah, sure, his level 1 could be a reversal now, that's fine. Yeah, no, that's fine, he could just have a faster command grab. Yeah, no, it's cool, his dive kick can reset his super dash. I don't play this character much, so there's not much I can say, but he definitely has his own place in the roster now and feels much more unique than he did before. He can do double super dash, bro. Like, why? Why is that a thing? Finally, let's talk about my boy Adult Gohan. Adult Gohan's level 1, Potential Unleashed, originally only affected his moves slightly. If you were to get the first level, some of his special moves got new properties, as well as changing your light auto combo. But after that, nothing changed until Gohan hit level 7, where he turned the game into Melting Blood. But now you get Reverse Beat when you get to level 5 instead. They also added a new ability at level 3 where he gets a double air dash, aka he ascends! But what happens when you get to level 7? What could be better than Reverse Beat? Well, special to special cancels, bitch. Gohan now has much more of a reason to just dump levels into his Potential Unleashed, as you can get a full screen Oki confirmed, as well as a safe DP. The Dragon Punch is safe now. There's so much more that happened in this patch, but just these things alone were enough for me to try the game again, and I couldn't have had a better time. The Strive honeymoon phase is over, and burnout is affecting a lot of people, so having Dragon Ball get this entirely fresh, crazy update will give people something to do while they figure out if they still want to play that game, or if they just want to wait for the next big thing, or if they even want to go back to the game. Hell, for the people who didn't leave, this is even better. They just get to keep doing what they're doing, but now have new routes to optimize everything and do crazier stuff. FighterZ is a great game, and the fact that they made an update with this much crazy stuff in it and didn't have to make a single new asset is inspiring. And Bandai should see this as a reason to give them the budget to put Rollback into it. This game would be unstoppable, dude. Nothing could stop it. Bandai, please!